a user frame today. We've already talked about it before. And when I'm thinking of user frame, I'm thinking of a picture hanging on my wall. And I think about that picture being my program. If I ever need to move that picture around, since it's inside of a frame, I can just grab that frame and stick it anywhere, and that automatically reorients my picture. Here it's kind of the same thing. We write a program inside of a frame. If this what the heck is this? Clipboard. If this clipboard were a picture frame and I had my program wrote inside of it, I don't need to rewrite my program every time I need to reorient it. I just need to change the way my frame is hung. We're used to using the right-hand method where we stand behind the robot and we have our X, Y, and Z axis. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up a user frame so that we change where the robot thinks that X, Y, and Z axis actually is. We set it on the angle, we can turn it to the side. There's three methods of doing it. We can do it with a 6-point method, direct entry method, or the 3-point method. For us here, the 3-point method is going to be the easiest, and that's the one I want to show you today. So if you guys want to gather around the robot, we'll set up a user frame using the 3-point method. Now if we stand and look at the robot now, we have our X, Y, and Z axis. But I want to change it. I want to offset those a little bit. So I'm going to take the frame that I have my program wrote on, and I'm just going to set it to the side. So if we want to set up our user frame, we're going to go to Menu, then we're going to scroll down to number 6, which is our setup, cursor over down to number 4, frames, and I'm going to hit enter. And it's telling me here that it's displaying my tool frames. So I want to come here to other, which is F3, and that will allow me to change from tool frame to jog frame to user frame. I'm going to scroll down to user frame and hit enter. And now it pulls up my available user frames. I'm going to come into user frame number 1 and I'm going to change that. And here it pulled up the 3-point method. But if I wanted to do it in a different method, you have a soft key here, F2, for method. It allows me to choose from, I said 6-point while ago, I was thinking tool frame. For user frame, we use 3-point, 4-point, or direct entry. So I'm going to use this 3-point, hit enter. It allows a comment. We've already got this name, so I'm going to scroll down here to my origin point. So what I want to do is I want to find the beginning of my frame, which will be in this corner. So I'm going to jog the robot down to that point. So to pull in my dead man switch, hit reset. I'm going to try to jog this into world mode. So there's my origin point. Once I have it to the point I want, and I know it's there because I'm highlighted my origin point, I'm going to press Shift and record. And it tells me here a new position has been calculated. You want to be sure you scroll down at this point because it won't scroll down for you. So I want to go in my X direction point. What I want to do is scroll down the plane that I want my X axis to be in. So I've got a line that's already drawn. So I'm just going to come out to the end of this line somewhere and grab a point on it. And what I'm doing, now I'm teaching the robot my X axis has moved, offset some. Catch reset. Alright, so now I have the point I want to record. Same thing again, I'm going to hit Shift, F5 for record. It tells me new position is calculated. So again, I want to scroll down to my Y direction point. Now I'm going to come on my Y line and catch that record. Now, I don't have to go all the way to the end of my line. I can if I want to, but I'm just trying to catch a point so that the robot knows which direction to move in. Shift and record, new position calculated. So I hit enter. Now on my user frame 1, it gives me the name, and it gives me the X, Y, Z, the yaw, pitch, and roll coordinates. So that tells me exactly where my robot's at. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my shift and coordinates key, and that brings up what frame I'm jogging in. Whether I'm jogging in tool, joint, or user. I'm going to come down to user frame. Now if I press X positive, let the dead man switch. So if I go to user frame and I hit X positive, notice instead of coming straight out, it's following the user frame that I gave it earlier. So I basically told the robot, this is no longer XYZ, this is XYZ. Anybody got any questions? No question?
Pretty cool.
All right, Mr. James, you ready?